Well, it seemed like it was forever waiting for the first panels to go up, and now the first panels are going up. It's unbelievably how quick they're going up. Let me just give you some idea what they're like. I'll take you to them, but they are complete sections and they are basically seamless. So the panel goes in. This end one has a cover, but there's only four bolts holding each one on. You can see the insulation. These are like interlocking on the way they work. So basically when you push the next panel on, it clicks in. And look at that finish around the bottom. It's absolutely spankingly nice. We just had a really heavy frost, so these got frosted last night, but these are the ones the guys have done this morning already, all this set down here. And they've got a really good system that they do. But look at that finish, it's absolutely brilliant. No bolts to undo for burglars. If they want to get in, they'll have to cut their way in. And you can see, this is the other end of the joint, how it clicks in. It just clicks in over the joint there. What they're doing is they're just getting the next load of panels ready with the machine to bring over. But I tell you, it's absolutely amazing when you see those panels click in. It's like, because their prep is so good and they've got everything worked out really well, it's really quick. We've got a really hard ground this one, and I'm just actually trimming back this hedge a bit because they've got a bit of a hawthorn hedge that's overhanging. I'm just taking off the edges, which is a horrible job, but so now we're just lifting up panels for the next section. There we go. This crane is indispensable for them. I tell you, it's absolutely amazing how it's saved them all this time. And the way things are going, we're Wednesday morning now. They did a lot of prep yesterday. They weren't here Monday. And all that skirting you can see was put on yesterday. It's a double layer, so no rain can get in or under. We've just got to get the levels down here now, which is the job when we move all this soil, as you know. But we're getting there. Very good, very encouraging. I'm absolutely well thrilled with it. That was my kind of first experience of being a project manager hands-on. So I'll show you this joint. This is the joint that all the building locks together on, okay? It's pretty awesome, pretty impressive. So basically when everything is in, it kind of clicks in like that and locks in. So you've got the inside, and that's the outside of the walls that you can see there. Now we were having a few issues because this piece inside here, that bit there that goes all the way along the inside, was a bit rippled and it's been rolled badly. So I had to kind of be devil's advocate yesterday, because the guys fitting the panels weren't happy at all. They were saying it's taken them far too long. And because of the manufacturing, what they would call a defect, they weren't very happy that this was the case. So I phoned up the manufacturers and they were brilliant. And they basically got back to me and said, well, we do supply a tool with the kit that actually does help sort this problem out. So this is the tool here. And you basically put that along the seam and you open and close the seam according to what it needs to be adjusted with. So long story short, I've sorted that out and they've agreed to carry on. So I was desperate to keep the guys on site, but also half of me saying, well, you did the price to put the building up. It is what it is. And if there's adjustments to be made, that's not my problem. But so what I've done is I've got in contact with the manufacturers, as I said. They've taken it up and they're going to take it back to the production line and see what they can come up with. But I think the answer will be, well, it is what it is, get on with it. But anyway, long story short, again, the guys are still here, they're fitting it, they're progressing quite well, and there's the first roof section on there. They're going to bring a load across now and they'll just apparently drop them in, because this roof section doesn't need to be locked in. It actually fits over the next on its edge. There's a whole extra section and it's just screwed down. So it's actually a really good thing, and I reckon they'll get it up pretty quick. So progressing well, but it's hard work being devil's advocate because you're caught between a rock and a hard place. And the reason why I was kind of trying to keep everything going is I know how these things can fall apart. I've seen other workplaces where there's been people who have had workmen down tools, and then there's a kind of dispute and nothing happens for weeks, and I can't have that. I've got to get this building up and running. But we all seem to be good and working together. That's the most important thing. But anyway, it's pretty impressive when you see all the paneling in. We've got we've got the right amount. There's the 2 bundles there for the last amount of paneling. The one on the right is for that gable end because there's obviously the main door. The one on the left is for this gable end, probably blinded by the sunshine. That will fill that. So, but they're going to do the roof next. That means everything in here will be dry from now on after that. So I'm kind of relieved. They're pretty sure that they'll get this kind of wrapped up by early next week. Because all these are the little paneling and beading that goes around the windows, goes over the roof, all the various sections, but it's all here. And it all looks pretty cool, actually. So, onwards and upwards. Friday lunchtime. The reason why I do it at lunchtime is because when the guys go off site to have their lunch up the road. But as you can see, we have a virtual complete roof. There's just 4 panels more to put in. And I can't believe how well it's gone. They all actually clicked in. There's a couple of little places there you can see where they've got to come up from underneath and push in just to click those last pieces in. But each section's gone really well, and it doesn't matter if they can't get a perfect finish on it all, because at the end of the day, we've had a couple of issues with some of the panels that I mentioned in my previous video I did yesterday, which you would have just seen now. But overall, it makes no difference because the whole thing is watertight. And as I said, with the castellations we have on the roofing section, actually they all overlap and then they're screwed down. So there's no way we could get any rain into that. So I'm like, it'll be fine. Anyway, they're gonna clean any panels that are dirty. You can see where they've cut it here. The insulation tends to make a lot of dirt, but it just needs to be rubbed off. But it is what it is, as we say. But today also, they're fitting the roller door. So you can see that there. On the top there, these guys have got the scaffolding up and that's being fitted. Here's the spring section. That's all the big coiled spring that will, when the door goes down from here, when it goes down, it will then obviously tension up so that next time it's needed to open up, it then will just be easy to assist the door up with the motor. So I'll show you the motor for that. All the bits are here. I'm glad I'm not fitting this as well. There's all the rollers. There's the motor. There's the spigot in the middle, but I actually treated myself and I bought a remote control for the door, extra $200. But it's a wireless unit now, so if I'm coming in or going out, I can open the door electronically with a key fob, and if I want to, I can also put it online and get the app for it and do it by my mobile phone, so it's pretty swish. But anyway, look at this. This is like the dogs, what's it? So they're going to finish the roof this afternoon, then they're going to go on the roof and do all the final fixings on the roof, because there's all these panels as well to go in. Being a bit of a geek here, there's all this paneling here that corresponds with the roofing sections, you see. So all that goes in on top, and it's double fitted, so that all fits over the top. There's double, so they do one side with one piece and they do flip it round and they do another piece, so it's double sealed. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, there's a lot of fitting and fixtures to go, and for instance around the windows, on the outside, the windows have got to be put in place yet. One there, there's the door, one there, and one there, which is just where my warming room will be. So, but now we have a dry area. It's never going to get damp. It's never going to rain on it. This afternoon, I'm taking all this plastic to the dump to get it recycled, because that's just like masses of it, and every single panel has had a sheet that's come off of it. Look at the size of the pile of it over there. I mean, it's just like colossal. So, yeah. Anyway, pretty good. So I'm going to take a little bit of video later this afternoon, if not tomorrow, and then upload that. I'm going to get some drone shot this afternoon of them finishing the door and buzz them with the drone as they're finishing it. Catch you later. Right, it's all gone quiet now after a day of a lot of noise and drilling and screwing and bolts going in. But the results speak for itself. We have a roof and we have dry storage now, which is just amazing. And we also nearly have a roller door. There's the door, but most of the structure is up for that, the support. So the door goes up, as I said before, and over. You can see how it kind of works now. And they're going to put some more supports on the top of that as well. But they've got the first two in anyway, so that will support the door when it's up. It's all pretty good though, I'm really impressed. There's the springs fitted. And the motor for the door goes on that side, and I've had to drill through the post to get through it. You can see where it comes out the other side now, so all is good. I am pretty happy with everything. So, whatever you're doing, have a good weekend. This place should be finished probably Wednesday next week, so they say. The dry weather continues. I've just had it so lucky. Dry weather all the way through, and the next 2 weeks look good. Hope for the digger dug guy will come back towards the end of next week, and then we'll get on to the septic tank and the next stuff, but it's all pretty good. Whatever you're doing, have a good one. Bye for now.